Hello, hello, my lovely audience. So, ignore the sound in the back, but basically, this is gonna be Citizen Steel, and sorry for not uploading sooner. It's just I've been trying to figure out how to do this, because there was a few things I needed to work out, and that was only to really figure out how he's going to get his abilities. Because I'm trying to stay as close to close to Legends of Tomorrow. That's how I found out about Citizen Steel, but I found it interesting. So I'm just gonna say this right here. I have a bleeding disorder, and this will probably be more fun because I'm going to cover how it works, kinda, and basically when Citizen Steel, Deku gets his abilities. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun what if. So yeah, let's get started. So Deku is going to be born with a bleeding disorder. He's going to be a hemophiliac. And what that is basically this. So when you get an injury, like let's say you get a scab or you start bleeding internally, it could be basically anything, like when you fall on your knees or something like that. Now, it depends on what type of bleeding disorder you have, that it will be not as bad or it will be bad. Some people are lacking a certain protein, some are needing more of this protein, and it's all kinds of different types of bleeding disorders out there. So, yeah, there's a lot of worse ones, and I'm gonna say that Deku has to live kind of a really, really steady life, as in he's kind of got the hemophiliac bleeding disorder. I mean, kind of has it. He does. So basically, fights, no go. Don't do that. He could bleed from that, and that's really bad. And what happens is when you bleed, you gotta get factor, and that basically is you get a V in your arm, and they you take this factor. That's has to be done slowly for people that have it bad, and then for people that don't have it that bad, they can just take a EpiPen version or something, or just stick themselves and go done. For us, it's like 30 minutes. I don't know, it's like that all over the place, but who knows? I'm very amateur-like on the bleeding disorder, so I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, and if one of you have a bleeding disorder, then tell me. Because I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I don't know a lot about my conditions that well, but I'll learn. I'll learn over time. I just know how to get the how to infuse myself, so that's about it. So yeah, let's do this. And if I'm sounding really, really hyper right now, that is because I've drank a shitload of lemonade just right now. And holy crap, was it good. Anywho, let's get started. So, Deku, yes, living not so much of an easy life because he's going to be bullied, but also bullied because he's quirkless. Yes, I'm keeping that, and he's going to be quirkless. And I'm going to say that he's bullied for about, for when he's 5, he's still bullied. I'm going to say that he gets kidnapped, though. And, oh boy, that's not fun. Because who kidnapped him? Oh boy, it is All For One. Yeah. And what happens here is they're trying to make an artificial quirk. One that is man-made, but seeing how they didn't know Deku had the bleeding disorder, they did not know what they were actually doing. So, through harsh amounts of torture and trying to make him, a quirked person that is also under their control, they can't, because the dude does not want to give up. He has dreams of becoming a hero, and a hero he shall become. And what ends up happening here is this. They beat him mercilessly. And I'm going to say this is where he gets his powers. He's on the verge of death, and they notice this. So they grab him, bring him to the doctor. And with all the drugs that were going inside of him, and how bad it was, once they injected him with, I would say it's a type of drug that they call, like, a momentarily healing quirk. Oh yes, it heals him. But it also fixes his genetic code and the whole entire infrastructure. And, fixes his liver a little bit, because that's where it is, the whole bleeding disorder. There's a few ways to get rid of it, but not well to my knowledge. It's really complicated. But basically, yeah, they heal him up, and then they begin a few more rounds of beating and torturing him. And I think this goes on for about 5 years. And I'm going to say that around when he's 10, he's able to escape because they inject him with one last dosage, and they think this will be making artificial quirks. And guess what it does? Basically, it kills him. The drug, once injected into him, stops his heart and completely just kills him for about 24 hours. Kinda. His brain is responsive, just his heartbeat is beating at a slower rate than it should be. And when he resuscitates, which is in a garbage chute, in a body bag in the on a boat, in a body bag underground. He wakes up and claws his way out of the body bag and out of the dirt. Yeah, it took them 24 hours to dump the body. Would make sense. It would make sense, trust me. And once he's out, he quickly goes out and he finds himself in the woods. And in there, he finds a bear. A grizzly that attacks him. And he hardens, giving off the steel whole ability. Also, he realizes all his injuries are gone and he's got abs. Yeah, this is going to be fun. And here's the best part. Bleeding the sword, basically gone. Citizen Steel's abilities are basically healing factor, and also, well, you guessed it, he can turn his whole body into a steel. Why he's called Citizen Steel. And what ends up happening here is simple. He's got steel skin, basically, for however long he wants. And he starts realizing that this is overpowered because he just broke the goddamn grizzly's teeth. Yes, his hardening skill, or quirk now, is fucking broken. It can also tank a laser, so there's that. Now, let's go for the fun part. When he actually goes outside and finds himself in, I would say, what would he find himself in? Oh, yeah. I would say he'd be finding himself in a bit of an interesting scenario. And what scenario would that be? Well, he's, how do I put it? It's kind of hard to explain. Well, he's in the middle of a villain attack. I'm going to say not 5, I'd say 7 years. And that's around when All Might and All for One had their little battle. So I'd say he's right in the middle of that, wherever that may be. And he's just watching. And he sees All Might take a hit badly, and also All Might completely own on that dude. I'm going to say that instead of All Might taking the hit, Deku takes the hit. He jumps in front of him, taking the hit for him. So yes, All Might's not going to need to give away one for all. Maybe. And what ends up happening next is, well, let's see. I would say All Might would hit him harder because he wouldn't really be injured, which would mean basically be on the verge of death. Much more of a verge of death than he was last time in canon. So, yeah. Deku just helped All Might kick his ass. And I'm going to say that, All Might checks on Deku because I would say the hit made him go unconscious and kind of damage his skin a bit, but then sees the injury heal up within a few minutes, like 30 minutes. And Deku, I would say Deku is then put in care of All Might, and they're just trying to find out where his mother is, and while he wakes up in a bed that's not his, Deku basically finds a set of clothes that aren't his, but they're his size. Look, let's be honest, he's pretty big of a kid, broad-shouldered. Well, they're not his clothes. I wouldn't say they fit. I would say they're just, I think it's just like let's see here. What would they be? I would say like sweats. They're like freshly bought that have the tags still on them. They're pretty damn big, so he kind of has to like hold the pants up. The short is just kind of alright. Like he can grow into it really, And what ends up happening is this. All Might, I would say, is like in the kitchen just making his food. And notices when Deku comes down, seeing him there in the clothes, and starting asking him a few questions with Nezu and a bunch of other people sitting on the couch while we just chilling out. I don't know. I really don't know what All Might's place looks like, so I'm just kind of guessing at this point. Maybe he doesn't walk down. Who knows? I'm thinking he lives in some kind of penthouse. I haven't gotten that far in the anime. Don't hurt me. So yeah, I'd say that's what is going on, and yeah, I think he would ask him a bunch of questions first, and after giving him like a hot meal of, I would say it's like porridge. I don't know. I really don't know what would he eat. I'm kind of making this up as I go here a bit. He learns about what's going on, and they also find out where he is supposed to be, where his mother is. And she's been looking desperately for him still. And does she have it? No, it was a random genetic mutation. That shit can happen. And what ends up happening here is this. Deku goes to his mom's house, yada yada. They explain what happened, and she says he doesn't even have a quirk, so it's impossible for him to even have that. But Deku explains that they were experimenting on me, the guys who kidnapped me, and that kind of was surprised a little bit everybody, because they were they were wondering what else there was going on behind the scenes. So yeah, well, I think they would know that he was tortured and bring that up as well, and yeah, I think he would go through a lot of counseling, Deku. But at the same time, he's got a quirk and he can feel like a hero now. When he returns to school, however, everybody bullies him. Because, from what Bakugo says, he doesn't have a quirk. And he's useless, quote unquote. He's just going to be cannon fodder. And I would say that's when Deku kind of just uses his artificial quirk and just shields up. And also, would the artificial quirk actually be able to be taken away? No. I'm going to say it doesn't. It can't be. It's in his liver. That's where its strongest is. It's pretty much in his blood. We can't take that away now. And I would say that... I'm going to say that Bakugo and everybody kind of just backs up and thinks, you got your quirk? Oh, and by the way, he's going to have to fake a story saying, oh yes, I got my quirk later on. Also, yeah, I think that'd be it. So, yeah, Deku goes through all this hell and torture and shit like that, and basically just shut Bakugo up. Now I would say it's on for, well, Snatcher. I'm joking, he would have already been taken care of. Fast forward a few years, I would say that Deku's healthy and all that shit, and I'm going to say he is going to be pretty buff, because working out would be easier for him, and he could basically tank a hit, so that's what he's going to work on with his quirk. He's going to basically be using his quirk against Bakugo, because it's literally the most overpowered quirk in the world, because of one reason. Bakugo's not going to be able to injure him. He's basically the Terminator. Taking a hit non-stop. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good way of going about it. So after the next Deku verse, I'm going to be bringing out a bunch of new Dekus, because a bunch of Dekus are going to die. Lovely. By the way, I'm going to say this right here. I'm going to stop it here, because next is going to be the entrance exam, and you guys would love to see how that goes. So I'm going to stop it here. Sorry for it being short. I don't even know how long this is going to be for anything. Let's see here. Well, next, yeah, after Dekuverse, got a bunch of stuff. Also, Demon Lord Deku. Yeah, I'm going to kill him off now, because I'm going to say that the bullets were able to kill him and hurt him and etc. And yeah. So, yeah, Demon Lord Deku's dead. I'd say it's a surprise attack. So yeah, hit him right in the head. The sniper round would, but yeah. Bullets, man, can't enjoy them. Plus he was wearing the least of all armor, so fair. Like he was basically showing his pizzazzery all over the place. Yeah, that's about it, really. I would say Dark Souls Deku would have been killed off by Demon Lord Deku. Because once Demon Lord Deku died, I would say Dark Souls Deku would try and save everyone else, sacrificing his life because of how much excess energy is going to be unleashed upon everybody. So yeah, I'm going to say that, yeah, he just pretty much, two of the main juggernauts are dead, which leaves me room to do some other stuff. I'm going to do one more Deku after this, and then it's going to be, I'm canceling the villain what if ones, because reasons are going to happen later, and you're going to love that. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this is this is going to be fun. By the way, been playing a lot of games lately, so I can catch up on a lot of shit and actually enjoy a lot of the shit. I'm also going to be giving some recent updates. By the way, what is it? Talon Deku is going to be awesome. Hope you all enjoy that. It's going to be the new Batman, what if? So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of shit. And one of them is going to be great. It's really helped me out with a lot of shit. With a few what ifs. And Gray, if you're seeing this, we are going to do the shark one. We are. Don't say it in the comments. There is going to be a shark one. Don't worry. I'll do two more, and one will be shark. The other one will be what me and Rory are. Well, Rory and I, what he helped me out with, and what I gave him a what if that he can use, and he helped me out with a what if. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy doing it. I'm gonna enjoy this. So yeah, have a good day and a good night, everybody. Peace out.